on this map before and run some Sage and that kind of stuff, so we could have seen something interesting. But in fact, it's going to be fairly similar. The only big change being that Valen is playing the Omen here compared to in the past he was sticking to the Astra pick. But they're not going with anything crazy. They haven't stolen anyone else's composition, which is a classic from the Guard, I feel. A classic from North America.
He could cut this in two. The Guard are waiting for it, and time is crucial here, Ender.
Yeah, OpTic have to worry about this guy in their spawn. Side players coming around the flank to try and shut him down, but FNS is able to get one end damage down onto Valen. 2 players boathouse to try and come away with this Victor in a 1v2.
Valen is low. It's definitely doable, but Victor on 1 HP really has a double peek come out, and Valen will find hard as far as where this hit is coming from. The fragment to delay the play through B main, but Marv and co already on, forcing Trent to have to respond, and the flash help is perfect. Trent able to take down the first, more around the corner, continual flashes over the top, and Trent has held his ground, and OpTic, they need to flush him out, and they're having a hard time doing so.
Trent gets so much work done in the back of sight right there. OpTic went for the force, but Net takes down the player in B main, and Guard are gonna win that.
Could be a play has backed away, but the timing actually favors the Guard. Already OpTic as they get the first blood, and now side players completely got caught off guard.
The frenzies, 3 kills just like that. Net's up in heaven, he has to get something done. He has the spike and an Ares, but he's getting swarmed with 3 players in full tree control over to OpTic.
And Jonah's completely stuck away from this play as well. He's being guarded by FNS. We'll hear a lot of these sound cues. You don't expect him to win this battle, but even still with 7 HP in the frenzy. Trent trusting this Sheriff to be held onto. And well, spam from Jonah P actually allows them another elimination, so it's taxing, but OpTic get on. 3v4 situation, Plant will be allowed to come through.
Victor has this one flash to work with. It needs to be high value swinging off of this as the shock darts look to get a little bit of chip damage down. They clear out B main with that dart, and now Guard can go for the side retake.
Oh, but FNS taking the first step. Takes care of Net, has an opportunity maybe to isolate more, but Valen gets the trade. 2v2 we go. Health good for the defense, but positioning definitely in favor of OpTic. That's it until Valen comes down the staircase.
Try and shut down a sight hit. The smokes and shocks are going to come down very quickly. OpTic are onto the site.
Paranoia comes through, locks out the Owl Drone completely. OpTic are in, but only barely. And in fact, how about Valen coming through with another transfer? Jonah from the side door at Tree is able to help involved, and it's just down to Crashies. What looked like it was going to be just a full commit for OpTic gets once again stalled by the solo Paranoia and just Omen wielding.
Retake with some clever updrafts, and you'll notice FNS's positioning. His position is the one that breaks the round for Guard. They have to clear sight and worry about that late flank, but Valen ulting all the way back into A main. I love this play in the blind to set up the retake.
But Victor still holds his ground nicely, and in the combination of the other 2 defenders of this, finding a way to get numbers advantage early. Aldrum this time used to try to get into B main. They will find one, and as the only defender of the Guard mid-map was Saya player, that trade will allow OpTic to flood forward in towards B, leaving Trent and Valen by their lonesomes. Flashes come through, plus also no command, and how about Trent and Valen? They're holding so darn well! 3 kills all by way of Sheriff, and all of a sudden it's just down to Crashies for a 1v3. Tallies the first, has Trent also isolated, but Trent will win the gunfight, and a Thrifty comes through for Aldrone quickly in towards A. Following up behind, that's going to be Ye. And as the 0 point suppresses, it actually gives an opportunity for Ye to isolate a couple of kills, and actually forces Valen a bit out of position. So 2 for 1 the exchange. Spike making its way on, but Net somehow through Sky Smokes finds the last couple of shots to connect, to at least find the trade. Saya player thinking about challenging this early as the attacking lockdown's in play. 4 seconds before it gets activated.
This is not an easy play. They are both stuck on site.
Yeah, at least he's able to find a Spectre for Crashies. FNS underneath, good shock dart comes through. FNS turns that into double. 1v1 with Net around the corner, finds the timing as Net was looking to toggle for the defuse, and OpTic be a Paranoia peek to come through. Ye's holding, looking for an opportunity, and he is able to take that versus Trent. Valen was looking to set something up, but it's all gone amiss, and with that, OpTic hold numbers.
Yeah, just a half second too late there. Ye was able to get up forward. Valen pushes past all the utility, but gets cleared by Ye's operator. Now it all comes down to Jonah P to try and lock this one down. All these are going to be thrown out by FNS just to clear those normal angles, and they're ready for the smoke to drop, but Jonah P's just out in the open like a madman. Ye, though, with the 3K. And now it is just a Net and Saya player to keep it alive.
Well, at least Net knows that Marv is sitting mid-map, so that's going to be a retake. And that seems to be the case. OpTic are completely off the site itself, looking to play this from the defensive spawn in close by logs. Tough dissection here for Net. There's the double peek, but wait. Net's able to take down the first sentry turret. Out gets the 1v1 he wants, but Victor mid is actually in a great spot to potentially deal with this. The guard have no idea, and why would you? But the right click's a bit amiss, allows an opportunity for the guard to fight back, and as they do, everyone starts to collect themselves. But Victor looking to finish off where his teammate had left off, results in still pinstripe kill feed. We go to an early 3v3 in the pistol.
Yeah, just shots downtown. Trent wiping the floor with a classic. Ye left in a 1 versus 3. I mean, it was OpTic opting in to go for that mid crunch, and it looked so good, but Trent absolutely turned the tides at the end of the round, and now it's Ye with the Sheriff on the flank.
Jonah's ready for this. Might catch him out with a knife, actually. Sheriff gets in hand, and, well, there will be no flick shot. Running down mid. Full send, if you will. Alarmbot will keep this, you would think, honest, but actually it's a smoke. It's covering it, so hold on a second. Crashy's a little bit caught off guard, but what a response this is from Crashy's. Gets 3, and then as the OpTic defenders come on in, they clean up the rest through mid-market, leaving Trent by himself, hoping for some absolutely beefy shock darts, but can't do too much about what's happening over the middle of the match. Got some good forward position, and that's actually going to call for an early incendiary to come out. OpTic kind of holding into corners. Victor turns that into opportunity to shut down the null command and help out Marv for the second kill, and the guard are completely stuffed in this attempt towards A.
Yeah, there was a molly out from Marv that really split up the attack. Marv doing great work on that one, as well as it was Victor that just jumped out of the one-way smoke in tree room, and the spike has still been contained into A main. Nowhere really to go to, because Crashies is posted up in mid, so they have to commit onto the site here.
Valen will work forward. Flashes will come out, and now Valen will realize the trepidation of his current situation.
In a great position to crossfire off one another.
Orbital strike will come through. That defensively will not touch too much. FNS in the corner does not actually get his gun up in time, and the kills come through cleanly for the guard. So there will be a spike plant. 2v3. Ye's already used all of his blades, maybe save one. So he's going to largely either use this operator to great success or find a weapon off the ground. At the moment, he's trusted the operator as he limits himself inside of a sky smoke. Marv looking for some information. Still also has an incendiary to use. As the peek comes out, how have you hit that, Ye? First one falls. Valen, has he given himself up in the back? Sure seems that way. There's the incendiary down. Ye sees the cape, takes down a second. One more knife to play with. Now to the classic, doesn't matter. Marv there for the...
Ye is watching Tree like they are walking into the operator. Ye has been on fire, and he gets the first.
And the fragments there to also punish. Oh boy.
No.
Oh boy, everyone's stuck in a corner. You almost thought for a second. But how about this? Trent still forces forward. Stops the null command. Ye missing another shot means that Marv has to step up, and boy does he. 3 kills for Marv. OpTic will...
Brimstone on site and this KO in Tree, but he gets smoked off. Just drops the Molotov to try and delay this hit as long as he can, because the operator is rotating back through heaven. He's done his job. Ye is now here to fight back, but Trent comes up with 2.
One FNS quickly on the flank. Takes down one before the doors close. And, okay, that was bold, Ye. Door gets broken. Crashies gets the Aldrone through, and oh my goodness, Net thought he had a free pick. Did not expect FNS to be there. Valen, the last one left on the site. Back away, he just barely gets around the corner. And meanwhile, because both A defenders were so worried about what was going on over through Catwalk, the rest of the guards sneak on.
Where's the Salt going shift?
That's what I'm wondering too. I was kind of baiting it out. Where do we want to use this to clear? Will it be sent over into hell?
It's hell.
Sure will be. Oh boy, Valen in trouble. Marv able to find one, flushing him out. Net also being pushed back. Advantage heavily to OpTic off the numbers. Net waiting for an opportunity maybe to use this, but no. Ye sticking, Crashy's there to bodyguard, and with that, OpTic will take map 1, Ender. What an unbelievable first map, though, for this best of 5.
It was all Ye. He has 300 ACS, 24 kills across 24 rounds, across 22 rounds, sorry. So he was putting up a monster performance, and Sire player was really nowhere to be seen. Ye was +5 in first kills to first deaths. Sire was -6. So
Ouch.
it does make it.
27 kills against Cloud9 in an overtime game yesterday, and here you go. The results are in. We are not going to be getting a jet for OpTic Gaming here, Ender, and instead they're going to opt to go for, well, the KO as well as the chamber. Some interesting choices here.
Yeah, this is somewhat similar to...
Comes through, they'll forfeit these angles initially through green. Poison Cloud comes out, the side player looking to spam it. Marv is still holding his ground for first point of contact.
Quite a few ticked on that 0.2 we just saw come from that kitchen area. Trades back and forth, and it's a slaughter already.
Oh, what a shot from Saya player on the corner. Through, not going to get gifted anything here. And now it kind of, the baton passes over to FNS. will now have to try to open up space for his teammate to work with, and, well, he walks right into Sai, a player waiting for him. Just down to Victor, 1v4. And, well, the gamble stack of trying to play will flash himself around and then the 0 point to confirm information. And OpTic, who do have a lot of presence through middle, none of it is up towards Kitchen. And Net will take a double as the guard completely win this opening battle. And then even further that point, as Crashies can only do so much. The knives out, though, will miss. And Crashies will fight this back to a 2v2 somehow.
Oh, my word. And a big investment here by Guard on this round to continue to push OpTic off of this gun round back into an eco. And OpTic say no.
That
One
is
last.
so
Trent's
good.
alive.
So good from Crashies and Marv. Dart comes out. Opportunity for Trent. Finds the timing off of that. Turns this to a 1v1. Does he expect the quick reach out from Marv, though? No. And OpTic.
Big key point of the player in Jonah P with that first kill.
Using the from the shadows, trying to cut off the defensive rotations, and oh boy, goes from bad to worse. Victor just ADS bursting down the guard. Valen, good luck, have fun. Not much you can do there. Prime gaming from the table. Yeah. Here comes the full hit through Kitchen. Victor's right this. Hits the null command, but does actually not find a single thing.
That's a lot of feet.
So Victor will fall. FNS taking care of the first blood once again. On the second engagement, turns around to clear out yellow. And how about FNS? The double coming through, 20 seconds on the clock, but the guard have gotten clearance to get a plan.
Ooh, bait and res.
They don't
get
Victor.
2v1.
Oh, boy. Danger now. Trent in the background, 0 pointed. Does still slip away.
Pretty
somehow,
healthy.
some way. Here's the plant toggle from Victor. 1v1 takes the first. The Victor hops off this 3-man stack. Oh, Net has actually seen FNS, though. How big could that possibly be? Paranoia comes through. Flash over the top, though. Allows an opportunity maybe for FNS to fight back. Committed to this is Marv. And that's his danger. He's, again, finds himself backpedaling. Nothing to done there. And it leaves Ye kind of waiting for help from Crashies. Hunter's Fury's going to get called in on this, and as the toxic screen goes down, so will Trent, and Crashies follows with another. This will be a 2v4 retake.
That's perfect headhunter tags. He knows it. He's telling them the comms are there.
Oh, boy. From bad to worse again. The guard down to Jonah, and oh, my goodness.
6-2 right now.
So back to pistols. Trent actually catching FNS a bit off guard. Playing aggressively was FNS over through A, and the same thing he said here about Ye. So now Victor has to respond, and as he does, oh my goodness, the help is absolutely immaculate. Even the flash to kind of ice the cake for Victor. It's just down to Trent, and how about this read? Also knows that Trent was nearby, but as he sustains himself through the flash, the spike will be collected, and we elongate this 1v1. Spike down. Trent trying to back away. Point of contact is made. Okay, good save. Waiting for the next point of contact, and the recon gold has been earned. That'll allow him a chance to get the Viper's Pit down safely. OpTic looking to challenge it quickly, but Trent guarding. Turns that into his third straight elimination. They know Victor's playing nearby, and it's going to be the Sheriff from Trent. It's been good for him this far. Sees the barrel, takes that to the fourth. One away from getting the ace. Has a beat on Marv, tracking it down, chasing it down, and, well, respect will be given. No need to get frisky with this, just confirm the round.
Something that was pretty awesome there from Trent, besides his kills, was even within the smoke, through the X-ray, you could see his Sheriff placement.
Fragment clears out the L-turn. OpTic are here with numbers and trying to contest this plant if they so choose to, and they do choose to, but the problem is none of the kills come through, leaving Crashies to wait for help as the guard take a 4v3 to a post plant, and how about it? Crashies looking for a timing, actually gets punished, and as Marv will try to have to re-clear, there's a lot to be done here. And for the guard, you've got post plant positions all over the place. A couple of members up close, you still have Jonah P playing deep. Wall that's been saved will get called here as Marv tries to make a step forward. And on the opposite side, Ye's trying to split this up, and the problem is no one really cleared bottom of the rafters. And with that, the high-low setup from the guard will success.
Sight here, go for a retake. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Net being down means that these trademarks are going to do nothing. So OpTic splitting their defense up just a touch. The problem here, though, is this toxic screen. And as it falls, the guard tally up too, leaving Marv by himself. And Trent watches the flank so avidly. The timing here for the guard is really solid. Another smoke will come through. They're just going to avoid past this once again. And nobody from OpTic is turned to even respond to this. So the first opening shots will connect. And now, well, the ruse up. It's all up to OpTic. Can they hold their ground? And, well, we're getting our answer very quickly to the question. Unless Crashies could do something literally Herculean, which don't put it past them, you would think that the guard have the full strum they want, and there it is.
What a round. And I'm pretty sure OpTic as well with the trademark.
To get forward sooner rather than later, and there's really no vacancy here whatsoever. Marv will help open things up, but it's the headhunter for Net, and it's the headhunter! It's the headhunter for sure! A double for Net, followed up by Valen, leaving Marv into 1v3. Doable, still very healthy. What is about to be pinched, and may have just heard a couple of footsteps from Valen on the back. Self-snake bites, that's gonna isolate. Hold on a second, Marv potentially the 1v1. Gets the reload off, no spike in hand, keep that in the back of our mind. 30 seconds to play, and Marv just coming across the ropes. Sees Valen, wallbang, able to find at least a little bit of damage. Valen has kept his high ground position, that will eventually win.
His stats book is getting padded throughout this tournament. Shots coming in from Victor, and the Guardian strikes true, but Net will trade one back.
Yeah, great information here. Shock Dart trying to delay, but wait a second, side player caught. That actually opens the door for OpTic to get a plant, and also with that, you can get a weapon. Victor's gonna have the operator, post-plant setup is gonna be over towards green, and even though this trademark is inactive, FNS is here waiting for this playthrough. If he hits the shot, it could be great, and he got an opportunity, but Net punishes 3v2 as the guards start to work forward.
Damage is there. Crashies has some shock darts. They could help. Fragment out. Operator going to work possibly for Victor, but they're getting pinched from every angle. Oh, this line of vision.
So many smokes through, but wait a second. They're actually going to get through the dark cover. The no scope for Victor. Crashies on the back, able to tally another. 1v1. Jonah, low on health, low on time. Shock dart misses. Second one, though, connects. And OpTic again. How do you break this if you're the guard? You still have members around the outside setting up a bit of a perimeter on this site, and as Victor takes down two, now the guard all of a sudden have to force their way forward with essentially two ops. And okay, wait a second, that might be good enough. 3 kills come through quickly, make it the fourth, Net for 3, but Crashes is in an off-angle position. Finds the first, no problem. Recon bolt still being held to make sure that there is nobody on towards the defuse, but it doesn't fully reveal. Trent's gonna get this stuck, but it's not gonna make a difference. The timing good for Crashies. The Red Bull clutch cup.
Nowhere to run.
Early Viper's pit defensively. Hunter's Fury getting called to clear out tube. But it's Jonah P to find the first kill. Null Command now starting to establish this push from OpTic, but are they really going to be able to find full clearance here? They're trying to isolate Valen inside the site, and the problem is Trent just spams through the offensive toxic screen for a double. Valen now very comfortable inside the green mist. And well, for the green wall, things just got very dangerous as it gets to a 2v4 as Crashies is able to find one trade.
Spikes down in a very precarious position. Crashies and team will now do what they can. There's one from Trent. Another one, as we said. Expect it.
Recon bolt denied.
30 seconds left.
Not a lot of time. 30 seconds on the clock. Still need the spike. Obviously, you see the guard setting up essentially a fortress around this spike. Victor, if you want it, you got to come to us.
Yeah.
Playing off the cross-angle peaks. Victor for the first. Tries to predict the second and nearly gets a chance. Now you've got a lot of problems for the guard here. Although, a pretty solid effort as Valen takes down one around the site, putting a lot of tension into Ye, needing to hit shots, but of course he's good for it, and that's big. Marv keeping the flank safe. An important elimination forward. As now we go to a 2v2, but this post-plant setup for Victor. Do they know he's back here? They may, but it's only a 1-for-1 trade. Marv now has to come back quickly. Still has 2 snake bites to play with, but not in a great spot to use them to actually execute.
I don't think he knows, does he?
Well, he's gambling. I was about to say that Valen is not. As far as the guard relying on this for their retake, and no one has any idea that Marv's not here, by the way. So now it's advantage back to OpTic. Maybe. Although, side player actually eludes one, so he gets the angle. Trent able to kind of put some pinch pressure on, and it forces Ye to have to make a play. Rendezvous's back. Saya player, though, for the double. Trent off the defuse, and Marv's flank gets denied. Chaos all across, but it's Saya. One orb away from Hunter's Fury if he could stay alive. Just barely eludes it. Victor on the ropes. Scouted. Denied. And how about it? The guard clean here in round 22. Leaving it to Marvin and Crashies to figure out how do you work this 2v5.
Backseat to this round after they get a few good frags forward to that long and A. And it's just not going to be OpTic being able to penetrate the defenses here towards the last few rounds. Guard look to be able, with one last one, seal the deal for map 2.
Oh, Marv uses the Viper's Pit to elude it. Oh my goodness, he nearly got full isolation, but Saya player was quickly on the return. The guard do what
like they had a lot of those really great moments, but no one stepped up for guard more than Trent. 346 on the ACS in this map alone. We've had other players be heroes on other maps. Icebox belonged to Trent.
Yeah, he's been absolutely crushing. I said at the beginning of the desk that Trent v Crashies, he is going up.
So hard to get perfect information on this map or close to perfect info compared to other maps. So already the big difference is going to be KO versus Sky. Sky gives you much better, I think, information consistently with her flashes, but KO's knife is so impactful, both denying side hits.
Off elbow with that information. There goes the toxic screen, and Valen is going to play inside the poison cloud, gets completely caught off guard, and now as the guard themselves have to rotate back in with that 3-man stack through elbow, they're going to have to give away this plant and really fight for ground here. Not a lot to work with, but as Jonah is able to tally up one elimination, maybe there's a chance to open up the back of the site, and that indeed does start to unfold. Screen goes up once again. Victor misses an opportunity on the first, dashing away a Saya player. All three guard members still holding their lives, but only for a small time maybe. Health pools are low. FNS now for the 1v3. Tallies the first cleanly. More shots coming out. Recon bolt just a delay. But no one's on the defuse, but it is enough to allow him to... Well, off the barriers. Lots of focus. Once again, over to mid-map. Same elbow push coming through. Same Trailblazer also in the mix, but it's the guard who are able to tally a first blood. Valen holding forward, and that is greedy!
Wait a minute.
Why not, though? 3 kills for Valen with the Spectre. Even wants the 4th. But FNS will eventually punish. I hesitate to use the word, though, because OpTic are completely caught in tatters. And Jonah's timing perfect, leaving FNS for 1v3.
It looks like the guard do not want to figure out what OpTic's doing. They're saying we are going to put our foot down on every round. OpTic will have to react to the guard's play. And I think, again, that's where... Oh, the line. I'm not going to stop smiling. What an interesting game so far.
Well, the creativity from the guard enabled by not just the Viper's Pit, but also the Tour and Saya holding the op mid. All of it leading to success. Not even in conglomeration with one another, just individually. Yay, feeling feisty. Denied by Saya player as the second kill comes through. And OpTic are getting absolutely manhandled on this map.
And it seemed like, you know, Shift, to talk about this, it kind of seemed like that opening pick was...
It's just advantages galore for the guard. I mean, this is already just different.
There, a quick identifier. It's pretty easy to see where somebody might be. It might be close, but I don't think he was ready for that close shift. Oh my.
It's if the guard are saying, if you don't want to take case, we will. Valen flashed beyond recognition, though. Forces OpTic's play through the doors. Null command comes out. Seeker's already mixed, but still no one clears off caves. That's the spike carry of Crash. He's down. Sure, of course, Jonah will kneel for a moment, but you know exactly where OpTic are coming from. The reveal comes out. Saya player getting the information. Trust the knives, and why wouldn't ya? Victor, last one left, stuck behind logs. Nothing there. We've got a lot of utility to work with. Although the recon bolt will reveal him, that'll allow an opportunity for Marv to find one kill, then Crashes to follow up off the Hunter's Fury. Counter coming out at a Trent. That'll stop the spike from being planted, and even though OpTic are on, they're not safely able to get a plant off.
You just see what OpTic has to put up with, right? They had a perfect flash, a perfect peak after that flash. They waited for the util, Net still hits the shot. Like, you can't do much more. Victor's gonna try, though, coming back with the tour de force here. A 2v2 for OpTic to possibly put a round on the board for them.
I beg your pardon, I didn't realize the spike had gotten fully planted. It looked like it was taken off at the last second, but this spike is down and ready to go. OpTic trying to hold the post plant 2v2. Sai moving quickly, shorty in hand, able to catch out one. Victor. Now it's the 1v1. Drum peeks it, but Victor. Bait rotation back. They may actually catch a timing here. Net is trying to push through, and OpTic are just happy to hold ground for the moment. Even Aldroning to re-clear, but that's the problem. You have to clear still so much space, and Net's timing is also exquisite. 2 good kills for the guard. Barrel seen. How about a third?
Oh my gosh. It's like lay out the beach chairs. They're getting taken down when they buy gun shift.
Right here.
Oh, Valen pushing up as well. There isn't any part of this map that is safe. Guard building sandcastles everywhere right now and keeping them protected. Now they just can. They are on the hunt. Crashies has a little bit of blood in the water. He gets a 1v1, and that's one of the bigger ones, as he may get droned out before the plant's over.
He's going to commit. All three members of the guard coming from the same direction revealed. Still takes the corner. FNS is on his lonesome. No help anywhere, but these Seekers actually made a system to at least reveal that there are players nearby, and as he turns, he's good for a first. Marv able to keep things interesting with a 2v2 at hand and a spike, but they're not actually confidently going to plant at B. They want to rewrap this all the way back over towards the A site, and if the guard get a read on this, they may actually beat him to the site.
Slowly. Oh, nice job by Victor here. Playing that cat and mouse. Marv's already? No way.
Yep, this is exactly the third person cam we need. That is a risky play with the spike to try to recut mid. So now Victor with the op, 1v2, 20 seconds. The guard knows the spike is down. Quick shot comes through. Back over to the headhunter. No. Tags it just for reinforcement of that point. And Marv, who sneaks over, is good for the double. That'll open the floodgates to B.
That's big. If this is actually a round, OpTic kind of slows it down. They don't use this util, this composition they've been putting together. They just go back to fragging. Marv with the quick double dry peek there. And like you said, Shift, opening things up. Looks like B is going to be their haven for now. Can they make it? A 10-2. Just a little bit.
What point does FNS try to move forward? He says now, has a 1v1 with the blades and takes the double. That may just secure the round, but Jonah's still in a position after getting the suppression out that he may still work forward with an opportunity to isolate here. Sees the shoulder of one, but he loses track of where he is on what he wants to watch from this position because his defenders are forward, including FNS. Toxic Stream goes down. Blessed is the timing. Can he find the build? Good help from Ye. But Trent is able to respond. Ye weakened up, also does call, so it's a 2v2 engagement on the site, and this position through halls still favorable for the guard, including the read in the last two as the spike will get planted.
Either heard them or saw them both. The call is there. The jump down from Victor. Shift possibility in the 2v2 for OpTic to start off on a good foot.
But what do they have to clear? The last guiding light's already been spent. Trent holding on the pyramids over the top of the logs. Shots are windy, but a Saya player clears off the back. It allows numbers to the post point. Recon bolt out. Marv looking for a timing to punish, but transition through halls. It's just said there's the full flood behind the toxic stream. Defensively, good reveals coming through. OpTic punish, but the push with the numbers result in even exchange. Crashies caught in a corner, completely blinded behind recognition. And up top, OpTic cannot stop the plant. Post-plant situation 4v3.
Yeah, this gets sticky now. OpTic has these marshals they can use. Maybe the headhunter too. Scratch that. Take it out. Valen comes up with the bite. But once they got that sonar bolt over, really nicely done by OpTic to just start picking off the members of the guard. Now this fuel's going to drop shift.
Yeah, the problem is Ye's giving up his position.
FNS is trying to answer the sheriff.
Ain't quite not going to land though. Side player forward. Sure, why not? Easy double. Valen on the plant. Viper's Pit already a part of the equation. How do you clear this if you're OpTic? I think the rhetorical response of everyone at large is you don't. That seems to largely be the case. Marv looking for heroics. None will be found. 13-2. Put a lid on it. This was a narrative we said it might be.
How it was going to go. The teams probably didn't know how it was going to go in a large part as well, but they valued banning out the known quantities that they knew their opponents were looking very, very strong on, and OpTic took the L. Moving forward, though, we've got some maps that OpTic are very, very strong on, though, so this series is by no means over.
That's absolutely true.
Going to Iceland here, but here we go, Josh. It's locked in, ready to go. We are going to get a Neon from OpTic. It's Victor on the Neon, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and this is the composition that they've been running with. Now, the good part for the guard is they've had opportunities to study OpTic's comp. They've also seen other teams running the same comp. You saw Knight.
Factor. So, Evie, I will give you a bit of a prediction. I think the guard very well may put it away here just by their adjustments. That said, this round, opening first blood looks good, but the pressure is starting to amount as they enter over in towards A. Crashes up top. This is a day one check, but no one's checking it. And Crashes will use that for a double. Site access gain, but a 1v3 required for Valen.
A little bit of mistime mistake we saw in the beginning of the round as the smoke cleared for Jonah P. Valen, and it looks like they are pushing a 1-1-3 right now. I like the pressure across the map to kind of pepper the situation, but OpTic is so ready.
Like, oof. You're going to tell me you're going to get fully suppressed and then dry peek a 3-stack into a crossfire. Don't love that. Valen revealed by his barrel. Last one left would be Ned, and he is just nowhere near a spike, so...
Unless it's a kill coming in from Net. Oh, and that's not going to be it.
No, there's so much... I mean, the fast lane just creates so much doubt for the guard as they come forward, and they try to just take with numbers, and they do get high ground control, but they've lost B main. Marv is playing forward. That's a spike down. Oh, man. To make matters worse, Jonah P and Saya player are completely caught by the 0 point, so it's just... Not the adjustments that we wanted to see, although surely not. It's information on Victor. This would be a 1v5 if he were to pull this off. Toggles the rope. This will cause OpTic to start rotating over, but as he drops down, FNS, the flash, that peak will get all the information they need, but Jonah still good? Surely not. Okay, capitalize. Net will reveal himself. Victor, there it is. Breaks the camera, just slides through. Unbelievable. So now you can focus everything on the retake itself. That said, you have the tools to break this open if you're OpTic. One flash, one aftershock in the fault line, which the fault line actually does connect very heavily. Nova Pulse, and this is a great overhead view of it. Counter flash from Jonah does not allow a chance to stop the initial play forward. And now high ground control. Marv further making this difficult for the guard, trying to create space on the clock. Valen, last one left, 1v3. I don't believe he's done enough. It'll be close. I don't think he's done enough.
Team Ace.
Oof. Members deep is this play, and Crashes is still holding on to a flash in case they want to go further, but as the fight comes to them, even exchange, that's actually not bad at all from the guard's point of view.
That should be a one and done. Oh my, FNS coming up with some frags right now. The 3v3 stopper into the site, connects with Crashies as it forces him off the screen. And now it's going to be OpTic, puts himself, out on a limb.
Oh, Net just drops. Who fell onto his forehead.
Yes.
But the spike does get delayed. Marv still the potential to try to clean this up.
So much info
fault
grab.
line from across the map from FNS to keep him safe. Sort of looked that way.
Yeah. It has been used. This synergy right now of knowing when each other need help, how to play that situation, the instant charge and use of the fault line. Just OpTic. Okay, Saya shuts me up for a moment as in meeting Crow talking about OpTic. Guard now take out a few for themselves for the 2v2.
This would be huge for the guard. And you've got a setup here to where you hope that Valen can just delay for as long as humanly possible. Let Jonah just be essentially clutch win condition. Knife out. Rolling Thunder through. That will call Jonah to move a little bit quicker to help out his teammate. As his position's revealed, it's a 1-for-1 exchange. FNS down low. Does not get the flash off. Jonah steps over the top. Actually, part of it is... So pressure now mounts towards Ye. Operator on the site. Flash, concussed. Still holds his ground for a touch. Gets a read on the player from behind. Is able to deny the teleport of Valen to get into the site. And as OpTic regain control of high ground, now it's down to the guard to try to set something up here around the low. And boy, I'll tell you, this Cosmic Divide is making life very difficult as OpTic continue to pick apart this guard setup.
Slow peaks, still with the operator is so terrifying. Spike's going down, it's in a defensive position, and they're yanked off real quick by Marv, still throwing that Astra in there. OpTic love the potential, and it delays enough for both frags required on an A-site tape.
Well, thinking about it, you don't have a commitment from the spike itself, even though all of the guard members are pushed forward into this. And boy, this is a bit disjointed, isn't it? Seekers through doesn't really do too much. That's the spike down. Net on his lonesome, 1v4. I would have to make something happen with a variety of different scopes, whichever he prefers. Opts for the quicker scope of the tour. And even though his position is revealed, but to say he may have a bit of re-clearance by way of guiding light, but OpTic is ready for this hit. They've got two members topside A. Ramps flash comes out, opening a trade. Fast lane creating a bit of space, but not enough. Saya player taking that will also turn the Judge into a rifle as it's the guard on the high ground today.
Yeah. Just the advantageous play. Judge, blast pack, ramp. Somebody's close. Bye-bye. Lay down the verdict. Guard doing a little bit more now in A.
That should be the round, really. I say should very selectively, though, Riv.
Yeah.
We'll see. Headhunter, operator, caught.
Offensive side looking a bit more robust. Gives them 9. And now Victor can go to work with what he's intended to do, Shift.
Yep. Fault line through. This time, though, the guard are going to counter by just spamming through it. Fault line was also a part of the picture, even exchange, as the spike makes its way on, and Victor just takes away so much control. Even pushing all the way in towards screens. Alleviates the zone, though, allowing an opportunity for the guard to freely walk forward, but as they do, it's Ye who meets them. Search to see if anyone's lingering towards sewers, so now they for sure know. Boombot's still in half the side player, but decides just to go blindly. And as the fault line has been recharged, Net gets completely grounded, and OpTic take the piss sides, looking to get top A control. And as Victor high gears forward, stun comes through, he wants the gunfight, but Net turns him aside. So good first blood for the guard. You would think that would mean significant control over to the A defense, but still pushing forward is OpTic. And as Trent gets an opportunity to follow up, he largely misses on it. It's a solo peek from Net, turns into a 1v1, and as the kill feed goes pinstripe, it'll leave Crashies left by his lonesome. But he's got some sound cues, and he's got the ability to elude this entire...
Was it guiding
that
light?
was guiding light, yeah. Saint Shell's back corner. Oh, that might be it. Yep, sure is. To see the fast lane, followed up by the fault line, followed up by dissection from Marv. There it is.
Oof.
Here comes the take forward. Paint Shells comes through the delay for at least a little bit, but Victor still clears the ground. Aftershock clearing off where the plant would likely be.
What a good
the
hide.
Side player's still on. Hold on a second. Side player is still here, and the guard are going to be able to find the way to out-trade this. Last player left is Ye. He gets caught. That is a brilliant adjustment from the guard.
This round, can it be the one that OpTic pull back?
Crashies get scouted, though. Jonah's going to have a free peek here.
You know where he is?
There it is. That's the denial. Null command now down. But the plant will be given away. You have to look at Trent. How do you use your Rolling Thunder to retake? Cosmic Divide will be spent first for OpTic, trying to reinforce the post-plant setup. But as Crash is taken away, there's the showstopper. In combination with the Rolling Thunder, side player uses that for one, but the fight back from OpTic is still good. FNS concussed beyond recognition on the site, avoids the flash for a second, but it's Jodo who gets the double. Marved, last one standing up top.
Waiting.
Tries to wait for as long as possible. Valen sticking for at least half. Dark covers littering this. Valen still holding, and there's not enough ammunition. Give me the first one tested, likely. Oh, no. Overdrive's also out here. Yeah, sure does. But still, the thing about this is not a pinch that's coming through successfully. Jonas tries to sidestep to the dark cover, but the kills come through in OpTic. Once again in thrifty rounds. Show you how good they are. Still a 3v1. Valen, last one left. Not a lot of tools to retake this B side either.
Isn't it absurd, Shift, how they can continue to do this on the thrifty rounds? Just run around, clap some hands together, throw some change, confuse them, take their guns.
And now, look at this. The guard think that with that miss over through mid, these defenders at B have to take garage control. And what a call it is! Valen for 2, just a double peek, and that actually puts a significant amount of control in favor of the guard. The spike's down here in garage. You have to retake this.
Out of the pinch. Answered. 2v2 now.
Still, though, that is not bad at all for the guard. Good awareness, good heads-up play. Gives you a chance. And look at the long lurk from Net. He's going to be in a spot to make sure there's no rotation, but the problem is Trent gets caught off guard in the opposite angle through dirt. Spike planted, checking as soon as Net decides to toggle. He's gotten full clarity of what's on the site itself. Can he isolate? The answer is no. OpTic send it to a map 5.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
Seemed like a typical story to last time these teams played, where there wasn't a consistent answer into Ye's op. Yeah, every once in a while they're able to take him down early, but the majority of rounds he was showing up with a ton of value. And I do feel like OpTic's composition can be super overwhelming, especially if you're getting early picks and then late round you're already down numbers dealing with all those flashes. It's just not possible.
Banger of a map. I think it's so tough to call.
Oh, and I love it too. Like in the interview after the game yesterday, Valen said, hey, we just added Chamber to our composition this morning, right before the match. They've been playing Killjoy previously. They said they felt confident. They didn't want to be scared of C9. It was an ego pick, and Net is back.
The ability for a quick C-long rotation with safety of the rendezvous to get him over towards Garage. And as he reads this, Trailblazer comes out, but Ye still hits the headshot. And now vacancy for OpTic to get on site.
Insta in, checking util on both sides. The retake there isn't really a blinder flash. It's just the shots, and the guard tries at...
Aftershock is there actually kind of support this. A lot of show of force. This is all just trying to get Saya player this orb, but it's a greedy play, and they don't expect maybe the rifles to come out.
Oh dear.
Marv able to punish one. Saya player stuck behind the stack. And now as Victor reveals his position through sewer, it's a perfect breakdown of this A site for OpTic.
That was an OpTic on a drilled round. We'll talk about it here as Net goes for the retake, but...
One was on. So for the guard, you're still in an okay spot. Aftershock is going to completely flesh out where Net was positioned, and the spike will get down simultaneously. The retake, though, quick to come, and very rapidly at that. First blood coming through. Trent gets the second. And as OpTic try to set up a post plant deep, they're not really allowed to. Ye's the last one left, and it's a quick contest from the guard.
Like a light bright right now from OpTic with a security system from C to mid.
This is red, though. Seekers are going to come through to help enforce this. But the counter flash, so good from Crashies. As Ye takes down one more, numbers start to amass for OpTic, but this post plant is still being broken down. It's Net this time. Through Garage, they're able to allow Valen onto site. And as he toggles for the defuse, Ye doesn't have an angle at this. Hold on. Crashes has to use the Seekers. It's not going to find any value. But Jonah cannot salvage himself on the site.
But can they perform it? The execution's going to be so much harder than talking about it, and it looks like they're pushed out due to the pressure.
Saya good for one, but denied. Valen looking to challenge though quickly. Able to collect a trade, but that's about it. In Trent's position at window, I believe they may have heard the step down. A lot of focus towards the back. Rolling Thunder still going to be committed. Can the guard follow up off of this? And well, they may not need to. Well, hold on a second. Marvin gets caught in the teleport. Crashy's trying to save the day, but how about the time? Becoming a bit of a problem here. The Trailblazer will hit, but even still, Ye gets the kill and sticks to the plant. 1v1. Him and Net, but he loses track of Net from behind. Net's gonna get the kill with the tour and the guard. Aggressively towards B.
It's almost like a split mid round there from attack side. You had Ye up mid and the team going one side, but they switch it up. All the numbers now going towards A, and Ye always able to get the better of his opponent, especially if they're making noise on the side of the map. Seem to have the upper hand there.
We'll talk about Marv baiting out the rotation because he uses the Shrouded Step in the first place. But still, defensive members are here. Doesn't really dissuade Crashies from getting in. Ye in the mix, flashed up, and it's Valen who comes out of the dark.
Or what they want, rather. Saya player now with the operator shift. What a stun, that fault line.
Oh boy, that 1v1 is the story, isn't it? How do you have a response for Ye? Saya player says, I'll just deal with him myself. Although, Victor quickly flashed up. Even exchange. OpTic not done yet, though. Trailblazer, Aftershock, and still 3 members running on in. But defensively, the number is still in favor of the guard as they continue to try to challenge to make sure there is no post-plant setup. But as they commit, once again, it's FNS to knock down the pieces, leaving Jonah by himself. Too many angles to watch all at once, and OpTic
being through, he passes it. Okay, gets hit by that. Now they're going to flash.
The guard, though, ready for this. Saya player collects the double. Good efficiency coming through, as this time it's not just the fault line, which has been ceremonious in nature, but it's all 4 members for the guard pushing through.
Guiding light, we just saw on the minimap, might not have hit A long, but OpTic tried to figure out what was long. Good kill by Net. That's very scary.
He doesn't get out with the tail end whatsoever. Saya player's done for. He needed to maybe find one. No way he could get out. And now, once again, the guard do not want to let a plant come through. Jonah quickly setting up a flashpoint. Crashies holding tightly, though. It's going to be the double from Crashies. Trent for a 1v3. Seekers are already out. Ye's watching the most challenged angle based on that orientation. And how about it? It's a clean final.
That's over our map so far. I'm sure that doesn't include this one if that hasn't calculated, but that's disgusting to see Looks like C is going to be the try here for OpTic to start things off. Oh, sorry for the guard.
Nobody knows about FNS in the corner.
All good. All good.
Oh, and now it's just, you almost really have to win this if you're the guard, and they're going to try to run right back into Marv again, but he does get caught off. Crashies, counter flash, still maintains control of Garage, wants more than that, and steps into a double. Lots of damage also confirmed, makes the job much easier for Ye. Only thing that could be a problem is Jonah through C long, but Ye will reposition, isolate the target,
Okay.
but the kills come through simultaneously, and now it's down to FNS, and as he deletes the trademark, he's got the ability to try to flex onto site. Still 2 flashes left. Decides to go in completely dryly. And how about the guard? Renders over towards C for OpTic have also given up some space, trusting the trademarks through Garage.
Ooh, zooming on through. Again, just pace and speed.
Oh, OpTic. I was about to say, OpTic looked like they want to try to challenge this, but there's not really the ability for them to move forward. And the guard put him in a blender in the back row. Saya player for 4 out of 5.
Played it again. Of course they're going to know he's there.
But this time, Crashy's much more efficient.
Yep.
Inside the dark cover. Seekers will come through. Saya players already pulled the knives as part of the equation. Rolling Thunder also now in the mix. Actually, they will be countered, one another, just dueling Rolling Thunders across the C site. And as the fight now takes place over the tunnel, it's Jonah and Trent for the double. FNS and Ye, last one's left, but as FNS actually finds one, Ye may commit forward here. Sure, they will. They have an opportunity maybe to deny the exit. You've got Saya player cutting back around the backside of flank, though, and Trent just needs to keep his life. Not able to. Now it's down to Saya, misses the first couple of knives, gets the refresh, and the double from Saya brings us to a knotted up.
And it's always been AC. Another A hit to come in now. Crashies is ready with the team, but it's not enough.
The nerves on Crashy right there. He's just not sure if there's going to be a play, so he throws his shoulder. It costs him his life. Victor and FNS also reveal their positions by coming forward to try to assist their teammate, but he's long gone. And how about it, Riv? You want to be hit? Have one. Marv over the top. The paranoia connects, but no, Trent responds. And the spike starts to get planted. Ye in the tour. Looking for an opportunity to find one on the exit. Oh, he's good for it. One more up top, but no. Trent denies as he holds through the gong, and it's the guard. Trent immediately behind this is Saya player. Information is good. Stun comes out. But Saya player gets caught. Not able to do too much with that position, but still the commitment from the guard is able to be in the mix. And how does Ye hit that shot from the back of the site? Rendezvous away, comes back into it, gets the double. Net on his lonesome, wondering, what do I do here for a 1v5? Around the corner, next point is Crashies. And OpTic's forced by pans out. They keep it nothing through sewer. There are so many numbers here for the guard, but as the smoke dissipates, Crashies cues up a flash. That's not going to be enough, maybe largely, as the Cloudburst will deny any further space. Seeker's also a part of the equation, but here come the guard trying to make a play through sewer. The Seeker's not going to fully commit. Net is able to stay alive. Gets concussed. Crash is able to follow up, and it's a 4v2. The guard still needing to find an entry over towards A as the overgrowth will get Finesse back to full health. And they're going to try to commit. Saya player, do you have it in you for a 1v4? He wants it. It's Blades. Could he possibly get through? No, it's a double stack. OpTic stay alive. One. Yep. Trademark denied. They commit. Oh, they bait the Rolling Thunder. Riv, how good is this? They're going to rewrap this back over towards C. Ye is caught at the moment over through Cubby, but look at the defense. OpTic is in position to try to deal with this. Maybe even potentially contest. Marvin on the site's good. Ye gonna reveal himself. Still holding on to his teammates. The trade's coming back and forth, but it's OpTic with the numbers. Ye, too good from deep. El Diablo tries to rendezvous back. But is this a divine comedy for Dante's Inferno by Saya player? 1v1 with Crash. No, what? Bang! Saya player for the double! And as the green wall crumbles, it's 5 fresh faces who now stand guard over the North American region.
Absolutely amazing from the guard. From start to finish. The amount of confidence and success this team feels. All of it is warranted. They fought so hard for this, especially at the end, with doubters saying it's never against the tier 1s. Well, it is now, and they have found themselves as the first seed, dodging groups as they head to Reykjavik.
unbelievable. And of course, it's a huge performance from Ye, and the immediate response from Saya player has to be